located in Massachusetts, 5'3". I'll be reading Donna Emmett today. Detective Stabler, who exactly did the restraining order prevent my client from making contact with?
The Moss's 16-year-old son, Parker Moss.
Parker Moss, you say, yet you arrested my client for meeting up with Harper Moss, his sister.
Objection, leading the witness, Your Honor.
Withdrawn.
To your question, Miss Emmett.
Detective Parker Moss lives at 375 Grand Avenue, correct?
Yes?
Then why were you parked outside Miss Daniels' apartment all the way downtown on Madison Street?
Precautionary measures.
I see. And after following my client through the subway, you still were nowhere near the Moss residence?
No.
So, detective, if your job was to protect Parker Moss at his home, why were you wasting time following Miss Daniels through downtown New York?
We thought Harper Daniels was Parker Daniels.
Exactly. You thought. And you were wrong. Just as you thought you saw my client inappropriately kissing her.
Objection. I know what I saw. Sylvia Daniels lured Harper Moss to a hotel to have sex with her.
She was holding a private tutor session for one of her students.
You can reword it all you want, but I saw a teacher taking advantage of a 16-year-old girl.
Of course, because your judgment has been on the mark this whole time, detective. Nothing further.
Wait, stop the recording.
It stopped itself.
Did properly.
No.
Right. It's okay. No worries.
Yep.
This is the joy of home tape.
Yep.
Right? You screw it up or the check.
Yep.
What do you think?
I think it might have played a little better standing up, but it's really hard to tell because she almost comes off as a second examiner, not a primary. So I don't know if they give her that luxury. I felt like I could have picked up the pace a little bit on it.
Yeah, I think so. I think what is nice about it, even though it didn't record, what's nice is tonally you have exactly the right attitude. Right, you're right there. You're very, these characters are in charge, and they're, realize that this type of character is someone who is setting traps.
Yeah.
You know everything about it. You're asking questions, you know the answers. So don't ever not know the answer, right? And in fact, they often go, where were you, what street do you live on?
8 Wareham Road.
Exactly, and then, right, this is what they do. They put them at ease by and that part of what you did was great. I would say, I wear glasses and you're doing glasses. I would say to go back to this and do this again is a double dip, is not,
Okay.
is
Yeah.
not great.
That was my note.
Fidgety.
Yeah.
But it's okay to go. I would prefer that you do this, Bridget, you start on, let's say with your glasses, and then you just go, at a certain point, it's an effective thing to go. So what you're saying, if I get this correctly, is to go that,
Yes.
is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting, okay.
Let me back up.
Once, but don't double dip on it,
There's a way-
otherwise it looks like
That was my.
you're reading impaired.
The economy of that is great. We backpedal even more to your slate. If you want to slate, well, sometimes I'll slate, I'll be, hi, I'm Rick Z, 6'4", whatever.
Beamish.
Mountain Adnan. And then at the end, I'll put them on so they kind of see me both ways.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I'll do both. Or I'll do reverse, I'll take them off, but I want them to see me as in that 10 seconds.
I would also say what worked is your reading it in this way. It didn't bother me. As opposed to Carol, because it was a white piece of paper that we saw in the foreground. You notice the way Bridge is doing it. The fact that she's doing down, you're an actress, you're reading, you're auditioning. No problem. There's a big difference. Just that the piece of paper foreground sucks. But just somehow, she knows it's off camera and I'm looking at you and I'm referencing that and I'm going back. And because also in a
The
courtroom,
cheat.
they have
They have
that all.
notes.
Okay.
They got a clipboard.
So this is a cheat by virtue of what's on the page.
Yeah.
Okay, so, what do you think?
I have just one other note, ergonomics, okay? So if I'm I'm Stabler, I'm in the witness box, is that what it's
Yep.
called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the witness stand, so the judge is always where?
To the right.
Okay, to the witness box's left, right?
Yes.
So I like the judge, where's Cabot?
Cabot's to your left.
Okay, so be very, I like when you look at no further questions was great. Cabot makes the objection, so maybe there's a dark look to Cabot objection. And then one little note. In an effort to, you're sort of circling like a shark circling the prey, trying to paint him in a little bit of a corner, right? And you're getting him off kilter saying, he's like, well, they followed the girl that was dressed as a boy and we thought they were kissing. Well, why were you following this person? You were supposed to follow, we thought that person was that person. And he's kind of now grasping at straws. You have these 2 words, I see.
I see.
That could be about, I see, I see where you made your mistake. There's a bit of a control shift there. That's when you know you're winning. Say, I see, there's a shift there. And this whole last line is your victory. When you say nothing further, it's
Gotcha.
right, it's big victory, okay.
And also, I would sing just about standing up and sitting. If it gives you ownership and comfortable and power to sit. So often people stand and they run into handheld.
Yeah.
What do I do? Should I? And then it stiffens you.
Yes.
If sitting gives you power in the character, they're not gonna be a shit at whether you're standing or sitting. If you are like, I'm an alpha female, I'm gonna kick ass, I'm gonna trap you, I'm gonna ask questions and know the answer. You don't? I see. And but keep it. And it seems to me it's working. So what is your thought of standing or sitting?
This is set up fine now. This is a
Okay.
standing role for me. I mean, I think it does give you, it changes your posture. It changes the way you're.
I'll tell you this, though.
No.
Definitely in this regard, if I were at home, I would do it both ways. I wouldn't choose, yeah, well, just do it, it costs you nothing. Do both and then feel, because you may find something standing that you don't have sitting by being stationary. To this point, it
Makes a lot of
works, right?
sense.
So let's do it again, let's try again.
Do you want me to start from the slate or just?
You don't need to do
No,
something.
you're,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1, action.
Detective Stabler, who exactly did the restraining order prevent you from making my contact with my client?
That's up.
Detective Stabler, who exactly did the restraining order prevent my client from making contact with?
The Moss's 16-year-old son, Parker Moss.
Parker Moss, you say. Yet you arrested my client for meeting up with Harper Moss, his sister.
Objection, leading the witness, Your Honor.
Withdrawn.
If your question, Miss Emmett.
Detective Parker Moss lives at 375 Grand Avenue, correct?
Yes.
Then why were you parked outside of Miss Daniels' apartment all the way downtown on Madison Street?
Precautionary measures.
I see. And after following my client through the subway, you still were nowhere near the Moss residence.
No.
So detective, if your job was to protect Parker Moss at his home, why were you wasting time following Miss Daniels through downtown New York?
We thought Harper Daniels was Parker Daniels.
I just lost my.
I'm going to cue that line again.
Yep,
We thought Harper Daniels was Parker Daniels.
exactly. You thought, and you were wrong. Just as you thought you saw my client inappropriately kissing her.
Objection. I know what I saw. Sylvia Daniels lured Harper Moss to a hotel to have sex with him.
She was holding a private tutor session for one of her students.
You can reward it all you want, but I saw a teacher taking advantage of a 16-year-old girl.
Of course. Because your judgment has been on the mark this whole time, detective.